Vanya, please introduce us your project, the Cognitive Assessment through MIDI Drum Technology for the Uneducated. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak here. My name is Vanya Gupta, and I'm from India. So, in 2022, I started helping out at an NGO where I taught underprivileged students basic electronics programming. And during my time over there, I observed that while some students quickly understood and applied the lessons independently, they lacked the resources to truly unlock their full potential. And so, this experience highlighted the immense capability that the students possessed despite the limited support available to them. So, to advocate for more educational resources, I realized the need for a way to quantitatively assess their cognitive abilities. So, a significant segment of the global population, approximately 800 individuals, have not been exposed to formal education. The lifetime learning experiences of these individuals profoundly shape their cognitive skills. However, the current neuropsychological tools available are predominantly designed for higher educated demographics, presenting a challenge in accurately gauging the cognitive performance of this substantial population. So there are two current methods which address this problem, and I will just briefly explain the issues with them. The first one is Raven's progressive matrices. So this RPM does not capture a full range of cognitive abilities and only relies on abstract reasoning. Also, neuropsychological assessment battery has different procedures required for nearly every patient, making it difficult to administer to a large population. So my proposed solution introduces an 8 drum pad with sensors and a microcontroller unit. So each drum pad consists of an FSR or a pressure sensor and a NeoPixel LED strip. So there are 5 modes in the device to help test cognitive abilities. First one known as memory recall visual, as you can see in the video. There are 4 LEDs that glow in a certain random order, and the user has to memorize and recreate the sequence by pressing on the drum pads accordingly. So this helps to test perceptual reasoning as well as working memory. A similar thing happens using audio is that 4 musical tones will play and the user has to memorize those musical tones and press on the drum pad accordingly. The next one is known as visual quick response. So the user keeps on pressing the drum pad as the LEDs light up, and this helps to test fluid reasoning. Again, a similar thing happens with audio is that the audio tones keep on playing quickly and the user has to just press the drum pads accordingly. Last one known as logical sequencing, which helps to test logical reasoning, as the name suggests. So there are so the LEDs glow in a certain pattern. The user has to press the drum pad to complete the pattern. Throughout this entire experience, their time responses are captured, how long they're taking to do it, and how many times have they done it correctly and incorrectly. So it uses a MIDI drum system. So MIDI is musical instrumental digital interface. So it uses this throughout the entire interaction, helping to capture required data, including the time responses. So I'm also using a machine learning model in this known as a KNN algorithm, K-nearest neighbors. So this helps to predict cognitive performance based on the data that's already been received. And according to the proximity of different data points that are already there, it helps to analyze in which class does the new data set belong to. So if you can see the results, there's the sequence that gets generated by random, the response from the user, the time responsiveness, and the total number of times it's done correctly and incorrectly. So throughout these 5 testing modes, these values are obtained, and then it helps to calculate the cognitive score. So, talking about the limitations in a short way is that the only issue with this, according to me, would be that only drumming is being explored, and for some students who have naturally gifted musical abilities, this might be biased. Also, I have a couple of future recommendations for myself, which I would like to talk about. Is that first, to help solve the limitation, to explore different other kind of rhythmic engagement as well, and increase the sample size, the diversity. Then, how this device could be used is that for detection of early detection of cognitive impairments such as dementia or learning disabilities. Through long-term studies, it can be identified how their cognitive score deteriorates or changes. And also to basically check the scalability of this project in real world applications where it can be used either in educational settings or health programs. where cognitive assessment tools are needed. And the application of this would be to basically help identify gifted students in NGOs, underprivileged students, and then allow the NGOs or their caretakers to give them opportunities based on their strengths, and then help to hone their weaknesses as well. Also to develop educational strategies and optimize the use of educational resources. And that's it. Thank you so much. And thank you for the opportunity.
Oh. Thank you very much, Vanya. Thank you very much. And yeah, what better you can do with technology than help someone who is underprivileged and bring them back into their track and into the world that is advancing so fast. So thank you very much.